Okay, let me get a little settled here. Uh, where are you, little star? There you are. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, the biggest news is that we have our deadline for our big grant. Every month we have really 4 different grants. And the next one is on the 4th. The deadline is tomorrow, and that's where we give out $40,000. That's right. I mean, I still can't believe I do that. I had no idea. I thought you could be gazillionaires, and I don't know. But I'm so happy to do it, and it's fun to just try a little bit, to make somebody else's life just a little bit better, and that's. I think that's all we could ask. I mean, it's hard to be life-changing unless you're a scientist and discover a cure for cancer. But the rest of us are really just on the edges. But that little bit, that will give somebody a little hope, a little something to brighten their day, to make them feel a little better, and to see some good sides of life instead of bad sides. So much of life is really that we see in the media is bad stuff. I mean, that's what news is about. News is about all the bad stuff. And I guess that's good because they want to show you what's different. So as long as the bad stuff is different, that's good. But when you see that all the time, if somebody keeps telling you it's raining, it's raining, it's raining, and you don't have windows to see that it's not, then you start believing it's raining. And that's what I sort of see the grants, and that's what I see our whole business as. Let's Go Help. And the people that help me with this, the navigators are just lovely, giving people just to help you any way we possibly can. We can't promise you're going to get a check in the mail next Thursday for $100,000. Nobody could do that. How do seniors apply? Okay, well, that's what we're doing, is trying to find, we're a central source for finding out where to apply for all the government programs. And it takes a little effort and understanding how that works. It's just sort of like learning how to use the computer. You don't just wake up one day and, no, when the computers come out, it's a little scary. You don't know what to do. And oh, my dear Alaska family, thank you, Michelle. I hope you're treating you well. Thank you for the lovely words. And yeah, we could just keep saying nice things to each other. And that's what Let's Go Help is about, is that people saying nice things. And you don't want to pay to get abused. You can get that for free at home, right? So, and that's what we're trying. And also change the atmosphere of how companies work. I mean, everything is really for the bottom line. I mean, people, and that's their mission. I mean, it's an obligation that companies have to work for investors, and they have to do everything possible to give more money for investors. And I think that's wrong. I mean, there's certainly limits to all that. And it is so important that we're here for other people. Okay, they're investors, but that doesn't mean you screw everybody else to get more money for investors. And really that comes down to most businesses because that's where the incentives are. The more money they could give to the shareholders, then the more they keep the job. The shareholders will find them, right? So it's not them that's wrong. It's the system that sets up the rewards that way. Instead of, that's why I'm taking our profits and giving it back to members instead of to our investors, which we have none. And so as long as we pay us, and then the rest goes back to members, because you're the ones that give us the money, and so you're really the investors. It is not us, and we're trying to change the equation a little bit, or actually I'm so old or something. I just feel this is the way life should be, that we're all helping each other, and we're here to just do something nice for another human being, because that makes their life a little bit better. I mean, and then they could feel comfortable enough to help somebody else. And you can't change the world. I guess you can, but I don't think I can. But I think I could change what's around me. now, or change me to influence what's around me. And that's what we all have power to do. It's not change the world, but change us and how we react to the world. Ignore the bad stuff we don't think is right, and try to find the good stuff that we do think is right, and be active there. That's what I hope Let's Go Help is. And it's really to help you find these programs. I mean, I forgot to get my printout for this. Now that was a little silly. Yeah, okay, the first thing I have on that list, I put in and I'll put it in the YouTube when we're finished. I'll put it there. But I have a list of new grants, okay, that I talk about. And FEMA, I get emails now from FEMA all the time that there's only 1 week left to apply for money from FEMA if you've been affected by any of the tornadoes, the floods, the fires. I mean, we have so many. And FEMA must have, 4 or 5 dozen places where they're giving grants to. And these grants are big. And I just got a message, one of them, they have 1 more week to apply, another one, I think that's in West Virginia, and another one, they have 30 more days to apply, and that's in Mississippi. And you have to find out if you're, but it's almost every state, lots in Florida, lots, even Ohio, everywhere. But if you go to FEMA.gov and find out what state and counties are declared disaster areas. I mean, the White House has to declare it a disaster area. Then we have all this money set aside to give to people in that area to fix up their houses, to pay bills and expenses, to go live in a hotel if they have to fix up their car they have to get extra spending money on a weekly basis if you need it, and all this stuff. I mean, it's huge, and you have to apply. And that's it. And if people don't know, then they're going to miss it. So another way to look, if you're not a member, is FEMA.gov, or call 211. 211 is in most places. Some places, there are 2 or 3 cities, I think, that have 311. And 311 is the same thing. I don't know why they have 3 and 2. Makes it harder. That's why I like using an option to that is findhelp.org, because that's the same thing everywhere. And also, the problem with that is they don't have anybody to talk to, which I think is good. Because, see, the people you talk to at 211 is like calling the operator. You want to talk to people who are in charge of helping people like you, and the operator isn't. They point you again, they're pointing. So that's why if you use Find Help, and you can do this in 211, but it's a little more archaic, I think. Find Help, you put in emergency, like financial assistance, and then you'll see all the programs for financial assistance. And for where I live, there's like 200-300 of them, so that's what you do. And you start talking to them, because you talk to them, and they'll tell you not only what they have, which may or may not be for you, but can also tell you where else to go if what they have doesn't help you. And that's the key to all of this. The key to getting help is talking to people who are in the business to help people like you and asking them where to go. Because I could tell you where a place to start where you live to find out where to go. But the actual places, because they're different in every city, county, whatever, have their own structure. They get big money from the government, and then they decide how to, divvy it out, and who gets it and when, and all this kind of stuff. So that's why it's all local stuff. It's not like Social Security or something. There's one system and everybody. No. It's not like that at all. Most of the programs are not like that. And they're individual, and that's where the real opportunities are, if you want to pay rent or anything. Here's another new one, which is interesting. Pennsylvania now, and the governor in Pennsylvania is doing a lot of interesting things. And that's why I think they're looking at, Harris is thinking about having him as a vice president candidate. Because he's very active in helping people. And I think mostly he's in Pennsylvania, which is one of those swing states that he needs to get to win. And this guy wins margins are really big in his popularity there. But anyway, what they have is a program now and a lot of states are doing this, where if you're in an institution, say if you have a disability or you're a senior and you're in a nursing home or something like that, another home, people taking care of you, you want to be back home instead of that nursing home, which doesn't feel like home. Well, they have programs now to get you back there, to get you the help at home so you don't have to be in the nursing home, and to pay people and all that kind of stuff. And that's what's very interesting, okay? So that's why now I have a link that I'll have in the description in YouTube of our report. We have a report that gives out for every state. So you'll get this big report of state, and it'll have a listing of all the states there. You find your state, you click on your state, and you'll get a listing of probably 200-300 organizations in your state that help seniors and people with disabilities. So these are all the grants that are available in your state for seniors and people with disability. If it's on health care or housing or fixing up your house because you're a senior or extra income, all this kind of stuff. It's all there. I mean, you know, there's hundreds of them in every state, but there's no central organization to find out. So there we give you a shopping list, and you don't have to pay. I mean, members, of course, always get this kind of thing free. Non-members, I want to give it to you free too also, because it's important, I think, if you have somebody with a disability, or you have a disability, or you know a senior who needs help, go to that list, download the list for your state, and download all the other states for all the other people that you know. Okay, also, here's an interesting thing. In Florida, there's a $6,000 forgivable loan to repair your home. Okay, a forgivable loan, it's really a grant. They call it a forgivable loan because they want you to live there for a few years and not just get $60,000 to fix up your home and then sell it and flip it or something. No, we want to make sure you live there, and they forgive the loan. So this is really a grant. But this is interesting. How much, you know, what's the income limit? See, there's all requirements. Every grant has different requirements. Well, this grant for the $60,000 for home repair has an income up to $99,000. So $99,000 your income can be to get $6,000 to help repair your home. $99,000. Everybody, I used to think, boy, you have to be destitute or something to get money like this. No, $99,000 does not sound like destitute to me. Okay, and also they have another program with the same thing for buying a home. Now this is buying and fixing up. In other words, you want to buy this house, okay, but it has a broken porch and you get money to fix up the house. Okay, well, they're giving you money to buy a house, and it's $60,000 for down payment money, then another $15,000 money you don't have to pay back to fix it up so you can live in it, okay? So you can buy something and you get $60,000 to buy the home, and then you get another $15,000 to make repairs to it. Okay, because it has to be livable for you. Maybe you have a disability and you have to have it accessible or whatever. So that's interesting, you know, and that's local. So you have to find program. I know you don't live in Florida, okay, but you have to find programs like that because they're different. They probably have something like this where you live, but you have to look for it and you have to dig into it for it. Not going to come, you know, easily. Just here's a website, fill out the form, and wait until we send you the money. No, it's not like that. You have to dig at it. You have to fill in the cracks and where it is. And actually, there's 7 or 8 sources of where to go. If you're a member, you want to go get a copy of LESCO's Meta Grant Report. Okay, so if you're a member of LESCO Help, the Meta Grant Report is under 500 mini grants. So if let's go help, if you go and let's go help to, if you go there, and then up in the search bar, if you put 500 up in the search bar, okay, and then you see 500 state 500 mini grant reports. That's where all these are. So you have your state-by-state report, then you have right at the top of that list, Let's Go Meta Grants Report, okay? Meta, M-E-T-A, grant report. Okay, so you want to go there. I'm gonna put this in the chat on Let's Go Help. I see people have it. Okay, Michelle's got it. Okay, there it is. Oh, Michelle did it. Okay, I'm a day late and $1 short. I'll be homeless on Monday. Please help. I get a business license and it all stopped there. Robert, okay. I think I saw you yesterday or something. You got to get on the phone, man, right away. You pick up that phone and you go to findhelp.org, okay? And you look for housing, okay? And you just call. You have to call. And all the sources in housing. I mean, if you look at our Meta-Grant report, on item number 3 in the Meta-Grant report, all low income is all I can find here. Well, gotta look harder, Henrique, depending on what it is and where it is. What are you looking money for? Okay, let me finish the homeless thing. You wanna, yeah, in item number 3, okay? Item number 3 is a section on homeless, okay? And the other thing is call your elected official, okay, too, if you're stuck, or just call 211 where you are. They probably hook you up quickly. But you gotta get a listing of things. You're gonna call people and they won't help. Then you gotta call other people to get help. You have to have more. That's why, say, if you go to find help, you get a bigger list. But you wanna do something quick. I mean, Monday's it. I don't know why you'll be homeless. Are you a renter? If you're a renter, then you wanna go to justshelter.org and look for free legal help there, because if you're homeless, that means somebody's kicking you out, and that means they're following the law on something. But that's some landlord that says they think that they know the law, and they're probably wrong. So you got to get a law on your side, and all the free lawyers you need are really there at justshelter.org. And you go to their local sources and you put in your state, and you'll have 20, 30 organizations that provide free legal help to stop you from being evicted, okay? But let's go back to that list I was going out. Tracy, Tammy Mike could advise on wheelchair. Yeah, Tammy could. Okay, so seniors, we talked about Forgivable loans, and these are grants really. $60,000 grant for down payment and home repair, and then another $60,000 down to repair your home. I mean $15,000. Well, sorry. So there's one for $60,000 to repair a home. Then another one for $60,000 for down payment, and an extra $15,000 to repair a home. Okay, now here's another thing too. The SBA gave out a whole bunch of money to nonprofits to help small businesses, okay? So they have like $7 million worth of grants they want to give to small businesses. And the SBA is not giving it directly. They don't give it directly to small businesses. They give it to nonprofits that help small businesses get money and help to grow their businesses. And that's where you get the money and help. Okay, so the newest list I have here is about 30 of them all across the country. And you want to get that list. I have it in the description here. But it's if you want to look at SBA, you could go to SBA.gov and then put in prime grantees at SBA.gov. Or, you know, the list, the link here is here. Or the other thing you can do is go to SBA.gov/local-assistance, SBA.gov slash local dash assistance, okay? And you put in your zip code and you'll find organizations like these that are getting grants to help give to you or to help give you advice on how to get grants or whatever. I mean, they're all there for free to help you start or grow any business you want. And don't rely on one. You call up 2, 3, 4 of them, whatever it takes until you find what you need. And that's the important thing. You have to, make more than one phone call. You have to just not fill out one application and have your life solved. That may be, and you may be hit by lightning too, but most likely it won't. Okay, this is another interesting thing too. There are cities now across the country that will give you up to $20,000 to live there. $20,000, okay? And take a look at them. You go to makemymove.com. They have a listing of them there. All over the country, everything. I mean, it's really maybe it's $5,000, $20,000. They want to have people move there. And it depends. They have all different requirements. A lot of it is if you already have a job, and so maybe you work remotely. And now you could work remotely from anywhere. You get an easy remote job from anywhere. That's why these cities want you to come here, and they pay you to come there. Because then you'll pay taxes there, because you're getting money, from something you're doing online. So that's very interesting what's going on. Here's another one I have here. 30 sources of grants, grants up to $5,000 to pay your utility bills. Now this is important. If you look at that program, it's at Macomb County. So MACOMB, Macomb County Rental Assistance. If you go there, you will see there's 30 different sources of grant money for that county. This is grant money to help you pay rent. 30 different sources, okay? Now, most counties are not this organized to be able to do it that way. But another way to find out all the sources, because see, if one person says, no, you're too old, you're too young, you're too rich, you're too poor, whatever, whatever they make up to make sure you don't get it. There's other options, and you have to take it upon yourself to help find those other options. They're not going to find you, okay? Are there any grants in Philadelphia? Yes. Hardship, yes. You have to dig them up. They're not, as I just said, they're not going to come to you. You have to come to them. So for Philadelphia, again, you do this, or for anywhere. You go, we'll send you a list if you're a member, but if you're not a member, you can go to findhelp.org. Okay, findhelp.org, put in your zip code, okay? And then after you put in your zip code, then you want to say rent. And you'll see, where I live, there's 70 organizations in my city that help you pay rent. So I just showed you about wherever that was. I told you about, there was 30 there, and that wasn't even Find Help. That was not. So I'm sure there are more if you use Find Help, and that's important to do. Okay, so you have to do the work. You have to do that, and that's what we're here for. So now you can try that, and you run into roadblocks or whatever. So like today, at 5 o'clock today and 7 o'clock today, we have navigators that are there, live video. You get on the Zoom call and you start asking your questions. I run into this, what do I do? And this happened, this is all screwed up. They said this, but this is really what's going on. All this kind of stuff. So you have to then figure out what to do with that roadblock, what it is. Life is full of roadblocks, and they're always going to be there. Is giving a grant, but you have to join in order to qualify. Should I trust it? Probably not, Wendy. Who is the business? How much are they charging? My instinct is no, but I'm doing that, but so it could be wrong for some reason. But sin business, what is that, Wendy? What is giving a grant, but you have to join in order to qualify? Should I trust? Probably not. But give me the name of the business, and how much are they charging? You know, that's a clue. But let's go to Tammy. Tammy, okay. Yes. Wendy, Tammy, is that the Macon County, Michigan? Hello. Alicia, unique. So I asked for references for other places they know, and most of them said middle class is not common. I'm looking for debt loans or just free money for rent and utilities. Most of them applied in low income. I don't qualify. Yeah, I guess there are income requirements for that, but that's why you just have to get a bigger list and find. Have you looked at the list on findhelp.org? Is this for business maybe or not, or just for individuals? Okay. Amber Hawkins. Well, Wendy, I don't have anything more about that organization that you're talking about that wants you to pay a grant. But legitimate grants are from nonprofit and government offices, and they don't charge. So if they're charging, I mean, no, I wouldn't bother. Yes, individuals. Oh, okay, yeah. Middle class and not common. I'm looking for debt loans. You mean, are you looking for a loan for debt or just free money for rent? Utilities, most of them applied and low income. I don't qualify for it. Yeah, I mean, there'll be a lot, particularly low income. But now, look, I just tell you, $60,000 to fix up your house, and it's a $99,000 income requirement. Both. Death and low. Okay, first then, it sounds like you're struggling. What I would do, Enrique, is go to HUD.gov. Oh, wait a minute. HUD.gov/counseling, and make an appointment there. You have to make an appointment and talk to people, right? And then join Amber tomorrow about fixing up your credit stuff. Can I say, how do I get financial assistance starting a farm in Florida with about 40 acres of fruit farming? I don't have any equipment, but I do work a job. Yes, no, there's a lot of help really for people who want to start businesses, you know, and ag-related business, lots of help nowadays. What I would do is start with SBA, you know, SBA.gov/local. SBA.gov, and then also you want to go to find your make an appointment with your local county cooperative extension service. They're going to have a good feel for all the programs to help you do that. But also make sure you talk to the business counselors too, that you know about them, and make an appointment with 2 or 3 of them and start talking to people and getting feedback from real people, not from the internet, you know, and from real people that are there to help you make that dream come true. And they're going to say, well, you can't do this because that, but that, and then you have to start working around it and find other ways to fill in those gaps, okay? Sabrina's Zoom meeting, good. Country living, yes. Yes, Sabrina's good at that stuff, yeah. But I'm sorry, I don't know, there's someone way up here who said, Wendy, never heard back from you, Wendy. So put it in the let's go question, the question corner. That's what this question corner, okay? And ask questions. We're all about asking questions, you know. So make sure you ask questions. Make sure you sign up for the workshops, you know, because tonight they're at 5 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow they're at 1:30, 5 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, okay? And they're free. We don't have to pay any more money. And you can ask your questions and you can talk, other people answer them. This is video, live video, that you could be part of very easily, okay? So let us try to help you, please, and just keep asking questions. Okay, guys? I got to babysit soon. Grandkids. Talk to you soon.